Why? Why?
Yippee! Shut up!
Howdy boys, girls, cats, and squirrels. This is Gummy Rich Stoneman. I want to welcome you to SoCloseToToast YouTube channel. Welcome to another episode of Rant and Rave. Excited! Alright, I have a lot of suggestions from last week, so I'm going to try and get to as many as possible this week. I'm going to start off with Chris Grostol. He said, talk about my mother. I don't know what you exactly mean by that. Oh, I'll talk about your mother. Let's get it on. Alright, I'll admit that kind of got out of hand. I'm sure most of you aren't even on the video anymore, but if you are, let's get on to the rants. AIDS Virgo says, rant about fake people. See, the thing with fake people is, everyone's at least fake once in their life. I think what you mean are the people that are really extreme. They try and personify someone else that they really aren't to make themselves look better. And to me, I think that's stupid. Be yourself. Be yourself. Don't try and be that popular person that gets all the love and attention, and then after high school, no one cares about them. The fake people that really get me are the douchebags that treat women bad because they think they want to be tough. They think that women always want like a tough dude and to treat them like shit. There's so many douchebags out there that don't know how to treat women right. But it's like those guys are so fake because they put on this tough guy attitude, but then they're crying in the shadows when no one loves them at the end of the day. They're just going to be a character. And they're not going to, and you'll never know what's true to themselves. There's a lot of fake people out there, but there's also a lot of people that tell it in the real, and that's the best. That's the best. And even if you don't agree with them, it doesn't make them a bad person and stuff. That's the problem with YouTube, is like someone disagrees with something and they instantly hate this person, or everyone that follows that person hates them. It's like someone's just making an opinion. They're being real. They're not trying to be somebody else that they're not. RushKillo818 says, rant about the children who are mostly, I would say, preteens that try and act like adults. This drives me insane! This girl is 12 years old and she's putting on makeup, doing drugs, drinking, and thinking that she's an adult, but when the responsibilities of an adult come around, poof, they have no clue. That's the problem with the younger generation, is they think they're old, they think they have this mentality that they can get away with anything they can because they put themselves in an adult perspective. And they're really not. They're just kids that can't deal with the responsibilities of an adult. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. That's how it has happened in the past. And honestly, everyone's guilty. Everyone's guilty of being younger and wanting to be older. To be like their older sibling. And just trying to act like they fit in with an older crowd. I've done it before. It's just a matter of, do you let yourself get sucked into the responsibility of being an adult and trying to tackle that, or do you get sucked into the responsibility of peer pressure and doing things you normally wouldn't do because you're hanging out with people that you normally wouldn't hang out with because you shouldn't, because you're not their age and you can't deal with the conflicts that come with that age. So I don't get why kids are trying to grow up so quickly. And I think it's because they're just exposed to so much more. There you go. Alright, and we're coming up to our last rant. is mpan1325. He said, rant about rappers who just talk about getting money, like getting bitches, is what that he said. But it's like they talk about getting money, drugs, bitches, and I don't know. It's just so repetitive. It's that's the problem with me, is that I don't really mind listening to some of this stuff. It just gets so repetitive. It's not as different. I think rappers that think outside of the box are just lyrically more intelligent, and with that it makes it more fun to listen to. There's not much music these days where you can go, wow, I've never heard anything like that before. That's what sucks. And what really bothers me is like the whole like gotta get bitches, hoes, and it's on MTV where the younger generation is watching this. Like my sister, who is just getting exposed to like this crazy sex advertisement that's everywhere, and it's everywhere, and it's just like that drives some of the music industry, and it's a shame. I wish it went back to the days where it was just like everything was hidden. They had to figure out how to hide that, and now these days the rappers, musicians, lyricists, songwriters don't have to hide it, because their censorship on TV and radio is so much different than it was back in the day. So it's kind of a bummer. I'm kind of bummed. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Rant Rave. Please leave a suggestion in the comments below of anything you want me to rant about for the next episode, and leave a love or hug if you really enjoyed, and share around. Thank you so much for the support. Peace out. Shake 'em and bake 'em.